A Guide to Your Website SEO with Dazzly New Zealand. Whether you're already a whiz at updating your website or still becoming familiar with the idea of just having a website, soon enough you'll start to ask yourself, what can I do to make my website attract more visitors and generate more business inquiries and conversations? This guide is divided into parts. First, the introduction. Second, choosing your target keywords. Third, tailoring your website content. Fourth, setting up Google for Business. Fifth, off-page SEO. 6, website page settings. 7, social media. And finally, a conclusion. It all starts with Dazzly. Where your website ranks in search engines is determined by many factors. Some of these are within your website, on page, and some of these are off of your website, off page. Fortunately, most of these factors are things we can control. Let's start with the off-page factors. Within the Dazzly software, you are given direct access to edit some of the key pieces of information on your website that search engines review when analyzing your website to determine its rank in search results. In some other website builder software packages, it is either not possible to edit these settings, or you would need to purchase expensive or complex plugins that never quite work. With Dazzly, as per usual, everything related to your website is all in one place and easy to access. Although we're sure you're excited to jump in and explore these SEO settings, and we're very keen to show you, we must first make a crucial decision. We must decide what keywords we are going to target to get your website visible in search engine results for the medium to long term. These keywords are what we're going to include within these SEO settings and your website content generally. Over the last 10 years, we have visited hundreds of businesses as a professional website design consultant. In that time, we've had many conversations with businesses from the smallest to some of the largest in New Zealand. There are a few simple questions that can allow us to hone in on the focus keywords for your website. And just a note, if you've already signed up to Dazzly, you're entitled to one free SEO marketing consultation where we will cover all of the below. Call us 0800 122 090 to redeem that consultation now, or email support@dazzly.co.nz and we can book a time around your schedule. Regardless of whether you're already on board with Dazzly or still making up your mind, this is what we cover in the initial SEO consultation. If you feel like going ahead yourself, then you can still redeem the above free consultation and we can talk about more advanced concepts and perhaps about your business marketing and website content generally. Note on the right of the screen the search results for the keyword home electrical North Shore, which was taken in Saturday evening. And note that the Google for Business listing and paid ads have been removed from the screenshot. Focusing on organic search results, we can see a number of consistent themes in the use of the keywords in the website title as well as the website description throughout these organic search results on the Google search engine. How do we decide what keywords are best for your business? We're going to talk about your customers and find out as much about them as we can in order to get into their heart and mind and give it our best guess as to what they'd search when they're looking for a new provider of your type of services. First question, what is your business about? This question is to get familiar with the context of your business and will potentially highlight industry terms or common phrases about your product or service. Generally speaking, regional businesses stand to gain the most from improving their website traffic, but a little more on this later. Question 2, where are your customers located? Assuming you already have customers, where do they live? Does it matter where they're geographically located relative to your business? Are they a one-off sale or representative as a customer type? Will they come back and purchase more? The purpose of the question is to build a picture of your audience. Who is the customer type that we're targeting to receive your marketing message? This is typically several types with distinct reasons for purchasing your goods and services. Question 3. What product or service did they purchase and why? Think about what your customer might search when looking for this product and the intention behind the search also. For example, if you're a mechanic but also offers mobile servicing, you may want to target searches for emergency roadside mechanic or mobile mechanic Northland. Now that we've established a general picture of your product, service, and customer, we need to put ourselves in the shoes of people matching the same general demographic as your customer and that are in the market to purchase your products or services. In order to do that, we can think of some recent examples of your customers and try to envisage how they would seek you out online. Assuming it makes sense that the demographic would seek you out online, this may not be the case. For example, elderly customers prefer to use the telephone and human-to-human contact. Specifically though, we want to focus on if the customer went to a search engine, such as Google, what do they anticipate they would have typed in order to find your products and or services? If you were looking for an oil change for your family vehicle, ideally you would want to go close to home, so you may search Oil Change Henderson. If you're budget conscious, it may be Cheap Oil Change Henderson. Depending on the values of your business and of the customer purchasing the reason, it may or may not make sense to target words such as cheap. Note, if you're a local business and your service must be done in person, then it almost always makes sense to target your city, suburb, and to add the word local as part of your keyword list. If you sold natural products solely through your e-commerce store website, then your next customer could be located anywhere in New Zealand. Therefore, it would make sense for you to target keywords such as Buy Natural Products Online, Buy Natural Products Online NZ, and Buy Natural Products Online New Zealand as a starting point. These are phrases that you could easily predict would be searched by potential customers of yours, and therefore your business needs to be visible when people type in such terms. The aforementioned keywords are national level keywords, and targeting these would be ambitious due to high levels of competition in a standard established market such as natural products. While you should still set high targets, we would advise that you mix in some less competitive yet still relevant niche terms such as Buy Natural Soap Online NZ, Buy Natural Lavender Soap Online NZ, etc., depending on the type of natural products that you stock. If you are performing home plumbing and maintenance, you can only service a local area, so you would be better suited to pick keywords such as Home Plumbing Palmerston North or Emergency Plumber Palmerston North. Note that again, depending on the population and level of local competition, you can even be more or less ambitious with your choice of target keywords. We've prepared a table showing some example answers to the previous questions with the columns business, customer location, and target keywords. So make a list right now. Write down some possible keywords that your future customers may be searching for, and therefore your business needs to be visible for. The purpose of this exercise is to come up with 5 to 6 keywords, or more if you're prepared to do more work, that represent what customers would search to find your offering. Your goal is to use the below steps to maximize the level of authority that search engines view your website in relation to these particular terms. The ultimate goal is to build your website into an authority for certain keywords in the eyes of search engines such as Google. If they see you as an authority website for Home Electrical North Shore, then they can be more confident in ranking your website higher for such terms. Your website content. If you've read this far, or if you'd listened to this audio, then there is one crucial thing you need to know. Writing articles is a culture change. You need to build the habit of searching for content, taking those content ideas and writing articles, publishing them to your website, and then sharing them on third-party websites such as social media with links back to the specific article page. Tip: write articles that are including your keywords, your target keywords. Before you commit to reading any further, Here's proof of a local Auckland building company named Peninsula Builders that took the time out to write a couple of articles on their Dazzly website. Here's the proof this works. Don't believe us? Call Steve and ask him. It's a real company. It's been operating in Auckland since 1985. So case study, Peninsula Builders. Peninsula Builders achieves page 1 for 2 niche keywords and the valuable Dex Whitford keyword. Note the visual showing a number of articles written on the back end for Dazzly websites for Peninsula Builders. Note the visual on the right hand side of the screen showing the Google search result for natural timber deck Whitford, showing Peninsula Builders as the first organic result. Note the graphic in the Google search, timber deck Whitford, once again showing Peninsula Builders as a very high ranking result. Note the graphic with the Google search deck Whitford, noting that while Peninsula Builders is not number 1 for this result, they have achieved page 1 and a very high organic ranking. Note that it only took one targeted article to achieve these rankings. Note that these articles look great from the front-end website too, and sharing your knowledge with potential customers frames you as an expert and a knowledgeable contributor to your industry. Your experience and customer stories are great content. Make it a habit to share. What results could you achieve for your website traffic and business inquiries if you spent a day taking photos of your work and writing short knowledge-based articles related to local jobs? This is the modern way of marketing your services, but it takes a while to get your head around entirely. For now, read on and hopefully you'll find these examples relatable. Peninsula Builders demonstrates that articles work to rank for valuable local search terms, but how can I do that with my website? If you haven't already, take a moment to call the friendly team at Dazzly to discuss your business and join today to launch your website and get your website traffic off to a great start with our New Zealand-based team. We're keen to chat with you right now. 0800 122 090 and support@dazzly.co.nz. Note the graphic on the right showing the map search engine result feature for the search term Deck Whitford on Google search. Publishing an article with Dazzly. With our easy-to-use interface, writing articles is an absolute breeze with Dazzly. It's as easy as writing a Word document or writing an email to a friend. The first thing you will require is to go into the article section on your website editor on the back end of Dazzly. So please log into your account and go to the website menu and click Articles. First, you will require a title. The title field is very short and Dazzly tells you how many characters to use. Titles such as Quality Home Plumbing Service in New Plymouth are valid. Description. Descriptions such as for quality residential plumbing services in New Plymouth, reach out to the local experts. Leaky taps, drainage, and more. These are just guidelines, but also valid instructions for your title and description fields. Do not miss these. At this point, it's fair to mention that most people who make websites do not either appreciate or know how to set these fields within their websites. Generally speaking, unless explicitly instructed, people generally will not take the time to carry this out, so doing so will really put you ahead of the competition, particularly if you're outside of major cities. The third element for your article is the main image. A main image is essential in order to make the most of an article. Photos taken on mobile devices can also embed location data, increasing your relevancy for search engines. Include a short description of the image for those with limited or impaired vision or other disabilities. For more information, please see the ARIA guidance. The fourth element, written content. Don't go overboard with the keywords. Keep it natural. You're already doing well if you're doing this regularly anyway. Some people will try to write with the best word delivery service in Auckland several times, even within one paragraph. Modern search engine algorithms are advanced. They will detect this and essentially assign your content a lower score if there is a large and natural repetition of keywords. So keep it simple and keep it natural. How often should I write articles? 1 article per month is excellent. If you want to ensure each article targets 1 to 2 major keywords, Naturally, by writing about recent plumbing jobs in New Plymouth, you'll be raising your reputation or authority score for keywords contained in that article. This, again, is why we ask you to put the keywords naturally in the title and description. Since you're targeting multiple keywords and there will be existing competition, it would really pay dividends to kickstart your website's content with 1 to 3 articles about services or products that you want to attract inquiries for. 1 per quarter should be your standard. Depending on your existing business schedule, age of business, and market competition, releasing 1 high-quality written piece per quarter is a great way to boost your organic rank for the keywords you're aiming for. Note the graphic to the right showing the entirety of how to create an article within Dazzly Website Builder. Setting up your Google for Business listing. Having a Google for Business listing only takes a few minutes to set up and verify. As shown, it is displayed to the right of search results and is separate and distinct from the website listing itself. Note that High Maintenance Upsell website is ranked first when you type in your business name. This typically happens once the website has been indexed by Google, which typically takes between a week or 2 following going live. We have a link right here to create your Google for Business listing. Note the graphic on the right showing High Maintenance Upsell who has created the Google for Business listing and is shown on the right, as well as their website being in the top position for organic rank for their name. This is the base foundation of an online reputation. Start building your business profile. Enter your business name and category. Choose whether your business has a physical address. Enter contact information. Verify your information with Google. Add additional details to your listing. Add some photos or videos relevant to your business and location. Create a single post for every article that you post on your website. In the Google for Business post, link back to your website. And a bit more on this below. Make your first post, or better yet, write your first article and then make a post telling people to look at the article. When you get a few reviews, then your post may be shown in local searches too. Getting reviews. This is essential for local service providers. If you want to score an A+ in our books, you need to find your review link and then include it in your email signature, and personally ask your customers to leave reviews when you do jobs at their home or workplace. If you naturally build up reviews from genuine people in your local community, you will shoot up in the ranks in Google, and better still, your listings will be shown in the local search map, which is of particular importance for location-based searches. There's a link here to register a Google My Business account. Note that you'll need a Google account to use this service. If by some chance you don't have one, then you can register one here. Off-page links. Every time a website or web page different to your own links back to your website, that is called a backlink or off-page link. The number and quality of these links can affect how your web pages rank in search engine result pages. Links that are of a good quality come from other sites that are deemed to be trustworthy. They contain a lot of good and relevant information for your industry, and they get a lot of website traffic. News sites are classic examples of this. For example, zealandherald.co.nz and stuff.co.nz. News sites often get a lot of traffic and are analysed carefully by search engines in order to maintain their authority. Business directories can also be a great way to get links back to your website, and these are often free. Social media can also be a good way to drive some external traffic to your website. Though these links usually don't carry as much weight for ranking purposes, it's still a good idea to show search engines how external content is related back to your website. Note the graphic on the right showing a sponsored article on the New Zealand Herald website and which showing a link back in action. Website page settings. These are really important to set as the natural text, but including a target keyword as well. Refer to the Peninsula Builders Google ranking images above. Note the title and description come from the title and short description field in articles. We've done the work for you by using the title and short description you entered when you created the article. These will show in Google search results and will boost the website's relevancy for these terms. Reminder, when you join the Dazzly paid plan and launch your website, you're entitled to 1 free SEO consultation. Redeem it now, and our friendly Auckland-based support team will help you with each step of optimizing your website. Note the graphic on the right, the website editing screen within Dazzly. Note that page settings is highlighted. Each page has a title and description field, which is related to SEO. Note the graphic on the right. Homepage title and description settings for Peninsula builders. Note the keywords used in the title and description to help improve the website rank in search engines. Social media. Love it or loathe it, social media has a place in every business's online presence. Whether there is an obvious synergy, such as for online natural product selling using Instagram, or an industrial supplier of electrical services, social media plays a different but important role in both cases. At a minimum, no matter what your business, you need to take the time out to create a profile on the following social media platforms and make at least one post referring or linking back to your website. At the very least, this will provide a basis for your social media presence and some basic off-page links to get you started. We've put together some links to create accounts for the main social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Pinterest. Once you've created these accounts and made a post linking back to your website, you can pat yourself on the back, sign out, and never look back. Just kidding. While not everyone thinks that social media is the next best thing since sliced bread, we should continue to look objectively at how it can be used for your business. For the purpose of this guide, we will use social media to periodically post links back to our website with articles to drive traffic there and to show search engines. Social media posts, accompanied by relevant images and videos, are better still, and the same applies to articles and Google for Business. Note our instructions on video posting limitations. Note the graphic on the right-hand side of the screen showing a Facebook post by Dazzly about our recent article released, Good Business, with a link back to the article on the website. Note that this article was shared by others to further increase the word and visitor traffic, as it was an article that genuinely interested our customers. Conclusion. In some cases, it is foreseeable that the business owner could use and refine their use of the above techniques to substantially improve their ability to drive traffic to their website and to generate product sales or business inquiries. In other cases, there is value in having a very basic presence across several off-page websites, such as in social media websites, but may not present much immediate value beyond that. One should not overinvest their time into SEO looking for the answers to their sales and success. Regardless of the case, SEO is something learned over time with practice and will never be an overnight hit, except in some special cases that occur when you're competing for extremely new emerging trends, but that is outside the scope of this article. It is fair to say, though, that for many businesses, a solid block of time can be used to tend to most urgent SEO issues, and then implementing periodic processes to write and post announcements of articles on several independent websites isn't too arduous if it were to produce marketing results. There are, of course, social media poster tools that can help you with this. Beyond establishing a basic presence online through the Dazzly software, anyone in New Zealand can now create a website for their business as the center of this presence, regardless of IT skill, design skill, or general computer proficiency. For utilizing the above practices of marketing review, Google for Business listing, off-page links, on-page links, SEO variables, and social media posts to raise their profile online, they can produce long-term marketing assets that will generate local, regional, or national business inquiries for them, while at the same time sharing their knowledge, expertise, and quality content with current and potential customers. We hope you bookmark or save a copy of this article and implement the above techniques. If you run into any trouble, our 100% Kiwi customer support team is here to help. We hope you enjoyed this article. We encourage you to reach out to the team on our 0800 122 090 or support@dazzly.co.nz with your thoughts, and also if you require advanced SEO support, paid advertising, or any further assistance in this area. As always, Dazzly has your back.